Damn, that's quite the face. Oh! Are you kidding me? The boat is gone. I'm 100% sure this is where we left it. The rock I used as a landmark is right there. There's nothing else like it nearby. It's possible the sea swept it up. I made a point to pull it farther away from the shoreline precisely to prevent that from happening. There's no way for the wind to have blown it away, so we managed to walk through the storm without much trouble. What the hell is going on? Where's that goddamn boat? You son of a bitch, what do we do now?
なかなか止まないな。
こういうのはザッと降ってすぐ止むものだとばかり思ってたわ。
南の島もいいことばっかりじゃねえな。
ゆうやたち大丈夫かな。
3人ともサバイバル訓練をパスした英士よ。天候のわずかな変化を見逃すはずないわ。
ああ、普通に考えりゃ近くの島に一時退避してんだろうさ。
天候が回復すればすぐに迎えに行けるわよ。 GPS もビーコンもあるしね。
まあそうだけどさ。
Somewhere.
人事は尽くした。あとは天命を待つのみだ。
Guess so. We built a giant SOS signal. Any ships passing by are guaranteed to see it. The flare gun is at the ready, and we can send out smoke signals at a moment's notice. We're decided on a watch rotation too.
では、次に我々がすべき行動は水の。
And quickly. The canned food in the survival kit should last us for a while, but we've only got 2 liters of water left.
そこでこれから森に入り水源の探索を行う。それに合わせ食料調達の下調べも行う。キットに付属していたサバイバルマニュアルにカリブ海エリアの摂取可能動植物のリストがあった。探索班はこれを携帯すること。
捜索隊が私たちを発見するまでどのくらいと予想しているか知りたい。
ここはグアドループ基地からさほど離れてはいない。早ければすぐにでも、最悪でも1週間というところだろう。
1週間。
Tariska collapsed for an unknown reason. For all we know, it could happen again. Hard to blame her for being apprehensive. Surviving a week in the wild should be a piece of cake, but having a potentially sick person around complicates things.
他に質問がなければ探索班のローテーションについて。
No need.
なんだ。
I'll secure some water. You two stay here and watch the camp.
何？
Time's wasting.
待て少尉。貴様一人に全てを。
Give me a break. I'm going out of my way to give her a chance to save face and take some much needed rest, or to kill her to go along just once. I'm perfectly fine, but you, on the other hand, can barely walk.
注意。私が同行する。
What?
注意の足はまだ回復していない。先ほどの救難信号設置作業でも注意は満足に歩けず、彼が実作業を担当していた。
You're not wrong, but isn't this the case of a pot calling the kettle black?
捜索隊の監視は注意だけでもできる。水源を探すなら目の数は多い方が効率的だ。よって。
Hang on a minute. You're not 100% yourself. Stay here with Lieutenant Takamoto, will you?
心配は無用だ。
You kidding me? You're sick. I can't have a recovering patient wandering around in a daze. Just stay put and wait for me.
大丈夫だ。あのような醜態をもう晒さない。
How can you be so sure?
自分の体のことだからな。
What? Not making any sense, unless you actually know the cause of that fainting spell. Do you? Selective deafness, huh?
なるほど。そういうことか。
Huh?
許可する。
What? You can't be serious.
ただし、ブリジッシュ少尉と行動を共にすること。そして、無理はするな。
分かった。
What's the lieutenant even thinking? She's sick, for crying out loud. Whatever, let's go.
気をつけてな。
If you're so worried, why don't you tell her to stay behind? It's been an hour and not a river in sight. So far, we've confined our search to the edge of the forest. Perhaps we would find something if we went deeper, but these sandals aren't suited for trekking. I was thinking,
何か
maybe we should trace back our steps? Take a short break and this time head in the opposite direction? Think it's a good idea?
いい選択とは思えない。引き返すことで今までかけた時間と同じだけの時間が無駄になる。
And see just taking a break because I need it.
逆方向というのは私たちのいた洞窟の方角のことだろう。向こうは断崖で軽装で歩くには時間がかかるし体力の消耗も大きい。
Well, I mean, I see your point, but the further we head in, the further we have to walk back. Did you take the damn hint already?
分かっているのならなぜそのような提案をする。
See, the thing is, I'm not convinced you can handle the trip.
またその話か。しつこいぞ。それに信じてほしいと頼んだ覚えはない。
What? Did Stalin tell you it's wrong to care about your buddies? Or is that one of Lenin's pearls of wisdom? Oh, right. That's what they teach you guys in the kolkhoz, right?
貴様が何を言っているのかよくわからん。
Is she dumb or what? My masterful sarcasm flew right over her head. So you know that in the Western Bloc, you and Enya are called the Scarlet Twins?
知っている。
You have an awful reputation among Western surface pilots, and now I know why. It's because of that shitty personality. So everyone hates your guts.
私の話はいい。それよりもここで少し休憩を取るということでいいのか。
God damn it. Fine, take it however you want.
では早速だが貴様に聞きたいことがある。
What is it? Why so serious?
貴様イーニアのこと
Think she's a
どう
child.
思っている。
What? I'm gonna need you to elaborate.
そのままの意味以外ない。
Let me rephrase that. Why are you asking me that question?
理由はわからないがイーニアはお前を気にかけている。
Huh?
今までそんなことは一切なかった。私はあの子のパートナーとして貴様のことをよく知っておく必要がある。
I have absolutely no clue what you're talking about.
ここまで説明してもまだ不足か。理解力が低いな。
Are you dense? I was mocking your answer from earlier. Please don't make me explain the joke.
どうしてそんなことをする必要がある。
Drop it, please. Long story short, she wants to know more about me in general, not just what I think about Enya, but why. What's she planning on doing with the information? There's no point beating around the bush. I don't know the first thing about you or Enya, so if you ask me about her point blank, I can't answer the question.
なるほど。それは私もほとんど同じだ。貴様についてはデータベースにある情報以外はあまり知らない。
Much, you say?
例えば先日の合同演習でのこと。あの低トラク。それ
Oh, that's what you meant. Ugh, now I'm remembering that fiasco all over again. Thanks a lot.
そういったものがいくつかあるということだ。だから私は追加の情報を求め昨晩
You did what?
その時言われたのだ。気になるなら直接本人に聞けと。だから
Are you kidding me? She actually told you to do that?
そうだ。
That asshole! Shit. That explains why she gave Kriska permission to tag along. Jesus fucking Christ. I say the wrong thing and the lieutenant never lets me hear the end of it. But as soon as she fails to shut Kriska up herself, I'm stuck playing 20 Questions Gulag Edition. For God's sake, woman, don't push your problems on me.
貴様は今高村中尉に対して怒りの気持ちを持っているようだな。
Well, guilty as charged.
データベース情報以外に私が知っていることで最も理解できないのがそれだ。
What?
貴様と高村中尉は同じ日本人なのになぜいがみ合い衝突を。
I'm not Japanese! You said you've seen my file. Don't ever make that mistake again. Yeah, I went a bit overboard there. Whatever bad blood exists between that woman and me, Kuriska has nothing to do with it. Should have kept cool and stuck to the facts like any good American soldier would. Besides, what kind of asshat mouths off at someone who's sick?
貴様何か日本に対して含むところでもそれにしてもわからないな。常に冷静であるべき A 氏がそんな些細なことで感情的になるなん。
Simple comment? Watch it.
違うのか。どうした。ため息などついて。
Yeah, this one's on me. If I'm talking to an elite from the commie block, her way of thinking is rigid, slow-moving, and detached from human emotions. Bureaucratic, in a word. I guess the rumors are true. Godless commies have no souls. Jesus. Man, if this kind of thinking is present at the lower ranks, I shudder to think of what her superiors must be like. It's more of a do as I say, not as I do thing with me, but this chick should at least make an effort to try and read the room. What might seem like a simple comment to you may cut deeply for someone else. Think about it. I'm sure there are things about you that you'd hate to talk about, right?
そういうものなのか?
Whoa, hold up. Are you seriously asking if that's the case?
私が自分を語らないのは名誉のためだ。
Honor?
無論、私個人のではない。祖国や党、部隊などの名誉だ。
See, that way of thinking just seems ass backward to me. Each person has to take care of number one first. Those people then start looking after their communities, and only then those communities start looking after a country. You've got it twisted if you ask me. Got something to say? Fine, let's hear it.
貴様。もしや私の祖国を罵倒しているのか?
Yes, perhaps. God forbid.
では、今のはどういう意味だ?
What's there to explain? We both believe the other's way of thinking is completely wrong. Funny enough, that means we have at least one thing in common.
ふざけるな! 私個人のことなど...
Whoa! See? You're still sick. That's why I didn't want you pushing yourself.
私に触るな!
Hey! Hey, you okay?
私に近寄るな!
Come on. Just why do you keep pushing yourself?
無理.
That's why you fainted yesterday, right? You pushed yourself to the point of exhaustion. What do you think would have happened if you and Lieutenant Takamura had been caught out at sea during the storm by yourselves? I'm sure you have your reasons, but you could have died, you know.
すまなかった.
What?
今のこの状況を招いたのは確かに私だ.
No, look, I'm not blaming you or anything. All or nothing with this broad, huh? Surely she can see that's not what I'm trying to say. I don't know. She's kind of a fucking dumb bitch. Like, if you don't say things very literally, she seems to take it a whole different direction. I mean, she takes things very literally and very straightforward as they seem. She doesn't seem to understand, metaphors, sarcasm, anything that's not direct, literal statements. I just don't think anything good will come from an overinflated sense of duty. Case in point, our current situation. This mindset is a byproduct of indoctrination with communist propaganda since she was old enough to walk. It wouldn't surprise me if Enya is the same. First that woman, now Kriska. The man upstairs is really enjoying screwing with me right now.
私は恐ろしいんだ.
Huh?
私は海が恐ろしいんだ.
You're afraid of the sea?
イーニアも私も海をこんなに近くで本物の海を見るのは初めて.
Wait, so you haven't seen the sea either? She's trembling.
あんなに巨大で底知れない水の塊が存在することが信じられない。それが動くことが信じられない。見るだけなら平気だ。戦術機に乗っていれば大丈夫なんだ。でも沖に出る。
I mean, I can't blame you there. Like, you didn't even have life jackets. I couldn't do that shit. But also, I can't swim, so I have, like, some kind of excuse. So she tried her best to endure all for Enya's sake. No, for the party, for the Soviet Union. Hell, even for Lieutenant Sandek. I've been in her shoes before. When I stood at the bottom of the Grand Canyon or peered over the edge of Niagara Falls, both times their scale was overwhelming. A primal fear, one that brooks no logical explanation, one that someone looking down from the safety of a cockpit couldn't begin to understand. Yet, she still volunteered to spare Enya the mental anguish. That's not mere camaraderie. No, there's something deeper at work. Almost motherly. That's why she's so brash when Enya's involved, and why she wanted to dig into my background. Maybe we're more alike than I thought. Anyway, I know you still have questions, but that can wait for later. Let's head back to the camp for now. Don't bother trying to tell me you're okay.
わかった。
Okay. The fuck are you doing here? Huh?
貴様たち何をやっている？
Fuck you mean what am I doing? What are you
サ
doing?
ラマンダー、当てアイレクセ。我集荷を開始す。我集荷を開始す。
何か変身するかね、少佐。
イレギュラーはきっちり処分しろ。肉片すら残すなよ。
初アイレクセ。当てザラマンダー。余剰貨物の処分を徹底されたし。余剰貨物。
ただでさえ代替品を押し付けられるんだ。しくじるんじゃねえぞ。
What is this awkwardness between us? I've explained until I'm blue in the face, but this weird atmosphere isn't going away. The lipper doesn't change its spots. What's that supposed to mean? Don't blame this on me. Not when you were the one who told Kriska to bombard me with questions in the first place. I said what had to be said. Done nothing to feel guilty about, so why the hell is she mad at me now? God, she's sulking like a kid who's been left out.
何か言ったか、少尉。
God, you're sulking like a kid who's been left out. No shit, I didn't mean to say it out loud. No, pop off, say it with your chest, homie. Let her know.
それは私のことを評しているのか？
Yes. No, of course not. I didn't say your name. Maybe that hits a little too close to home, Lieutenant. Nice comeback. Wait, I'm just digging myself a hole, aren't I? I mean, hell, why not? Go for it. How weird. Vincent's a no bullshit kind of guy, so I thought I'd follow his playbook. I think I messed up somewhere. This would be about the part where Lieutenant Takamura tells me to shut up, and that's that. What did I say wrong?
ふてくされる。なぜ私がそんなこと？
注意、落ち着け。
Hey, you're have to blame, you know. Really, she's not making things worse.
すまない。
Your mouth says sorry, but your face says otherwise. Hey, Lieutenant. Could leave things here, but it's best to clear up this misunderstanding. If not, we'll never understand each other. Are you proud of me yet, Vincent? Is it worth the effort? Beats me. But I can always think of this as a trial run for our relationship. And it's not like I've got anything better to do. Anyway, last thing I want is to keep this stalemate going on forever. As a test pilot, as a representative of the American forces, it's my duty to bring the Type 94 second project to fruition. Could you tell me exactly what's been bugging you? I know you've had issues with my attitude in the past, but...
そういう問題ではない。
Then what?
貴様は日本人でさえなければ打ち解けることに問題はないようだな。
Yeah, that's just because you walked in at the wrong time. They were very much not getting along. Like, oh, just because he happened to be, holding her up because she fucking fainted into his chest. Like, all of a sudden it's like, oh, wow, they're best friends, huh? It's like, no. They were talking mad shit at each other. Like, it's true. He's got a problem with the Japanese. You're not wrong. He's got a little bit of prejudice towards the Japanese. I'm not gonna cover for him there, alright? True. Guilty as charged. But I don't think he was acting buddy-buddy. Come again?
故に私が日本人である以上、貴様と打ち解けることは絶対ありえない。基地の事実を再確認しただけだ。以上。
Wow, real? Is that all it is? Is that all it is? you caught the feelings for him, and then you noticed him, holding Krishka, and all of a sudden you're like, oh right, he won't want me because I'm Japanese anyway. He just wants those Russian bitches. Yui's a dumbass. Straight up. She may be like book smart, but she's a fucking idiot. Whoa, back up.
なんだ。
Let me get something straight. Are you saying you want to get along with me? Yeah, there we go.
単なる言葉のあやだ。
If you say so. Never expected to hear that coming out of her mouth. But she's right. Things would be a whole lot easier if I could just overlook her nationality.
ローテーションに従い仮眠を取らせてもらう。
Then sleep. Oh yeah. Go for it.
少尉、ついでに断っておくが、
What?
コミュニケーションにしろ、打ち解けるにしろ、すべては計画遂行のためだ。
I'm definitely not interested in you. We are only... If I act nice towards you, it's only for the mission. I don't actually give a fuck about you. I swear. I promise. Ignore my shrine of you in my office. Don't worry about it.
無意味に慣れ合う気はない。誤解するな。
I'm here to do a job, not fall in love with the very sexy Asian American man in my training force. I mean, what? Yeah, I'm familiar with that way of thinking. That whole spiel is her saying there will be nothing between us once the XFJ program is complete. Yeah, good. You don't want to be with that idiot. I wouldn't want to be with that idiot. I mean, if you're gonna hook up with anyone, forget hooking up. If you're gonna be friends with anyone that you're workers with, like shit, Teresa, Stella, big homies. Like if we're talking strictly homies too, like, VG's all right. I don't like him that much. I mean, he's not the worst option. Friendships are unnecessary, or necessary only in service of the mission at hand. She wouldn't think twice about cutting someone off once they've served their purpose. Huh. Nothing matters, not even your family. Only the mission. She's a spitting image of my old man. Well, she's supposed to be a samurai too. Maybe it's their traditions or the education they receive, but achieving their goals seems to take priority over maintaining their personal relationships.
今のは高村中尉の服務姿勢に対する比喩か
Was that a metaphor? God damn it. Yuya is trapped with two dumb bitches. Like, one's just very oblivious to, like, the Western way of thought. She's just really been stuck in her own world, so she's very oblivious to how the rest of the world kind of works. The other one's just kind of a fucking idiot.
それとも貴様の父親が高村中尉に似た性格だったということか
Yeah. Man, I gotta learn to keep this stuff to myself.
どちらにせよ貴様の日本人嫌いと関係ありそうだな父親と何かあったのか
What is wrong with this chick? She's asking me more questions than the damn MPs did. Does she really enjoy digging into people's past that much? No, she just doesn't understand, you know, social courtesy. Or social etiquette. There's people like that, I guess. Our current situation sucks ass. The stories about my past suck ass too. So they're just what the doctor ordered to kill some time. Looks like the lieutenant's fallen asleep. It's not like I'll be seeing Kriska all that often, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. I still feel bad about losing my shit at her earlier, but I think of this as compensation. As you already know, my old man was Japanese. However, I've never met him in person. Family's important, but duty comes first. I think that's one of my old man's sayings. I'm not sure. I remember my grandfather mentioning something along those lines.
ならばなぜ直接尋ねなかったそばにいたんだろ
My grandfather, he despised the Japanese. By extension, he despised me too, because of my blood. He shunned me, hated me, never had a single positive word for me. That was daily life at the Bridges household. Asking that old fart for the truth would have been suicide.